So, is reviewing dead in the Brony fandom? Is it thriving? Is it even staying afloat? That's a question I really want to ask you guys. Because while I'm not a reviewing channel, I did have some reviews up and I do plan to do some in the future. Maybe not necessarily of anything Pwn related, but just of general games and stuff like that. And from what I see, reviews are still alive. They're still thriving even, but not necessarily in the pony fandom. The channels that you see that are big have been big for at least 2 years or so. And seeing as how the fandom has only been big for maybe 3 or 4 years, they've been around for 50% of it. Other channels like KP and etc. have implemented more and more things outside of reviews, or more and more animation heavy reviews, and a lot of them have even steered clear of reviews altogether, just simply making headcanon videos because you guys seem to enjoy it more. And really, most of my favorite videos on this channel, and the majority of them actually, are headcanon based because it's fun to speculate and much less fun to criticize. Now of course, if you enjoy criticizing and reviewing it with a microscope, then that's your thing and that's cool for you, but it doesn't seem like the majority of audiences actually like that. If your channel is specifically only about MLP, there's a ceiling, and that ceiling is the number of bronies. You're in a niche community, and while some of us have found favor in this niche community, obtaining more and more views, including myself, the vast majority of us are going to be left at a very small sub count and a very small monthly view count. Even though we're growing at a smaller rate than most other people because we are a niche group, whether we like to admit it or not. We may not realize this, but compared to most other channels, there's not a single big Brony channel that's traditional. Some of the music ones do break through, but that's because they do songs that are either not simply just for the fandom, or their songs are done in such a way that almost anyone, even those who don't like the show at all and wish to have almost nothing to do with the show, will still enjoy it. I have friends who aren't interested in the show, but they do enjoy songs like Discord and Surprise Butt Sex and other songs like that. I was part of a group, an analysis group, a while back, started by Dr. Wolf. But even in his own group, they were so filled with themselves, so caught up in their own importance that they really seemed like just douchebags, to be honest. This whole elitism that is created by thinking that you are just simply superior because you're ripping through other people's content. Your judgmental personality kind of puts you on a pedestal in your own mind. And because of that, you treat other people like assholes. When you're constantly simply tearing down other people's work without this shred of passion or kindness, what does that really say about you? Sure, it's fun to review, but if you notice, most of the big reviewers play just horrendous games that are obviously broken. They also implement a lot of comedy. So if you're 100% serious and all you do is berate other content creators who spent time and effort and tons of money into creating their craft, what does that really say about you? In this rift, I was kicked from it. Not really for any particular reason, but while I was there, I simply noticed there was a lot of, well, let's face it, racism and homophobia. There are certain groups that just simply niche together even within this niche, and they actively seek to destroy those who don't conform to their needs. I'm not gonna name names, but just the lead staff alone is bigoted, full of themselves, arrogant, and overall just unpleasant people to be around. And that's what I see a lot of reviewers as. Simply unpleasant people to be around. A lot of these animators know how to have a good time. A lot of these other pony content creators know how to have fun. But it seems like these analysts are not just anal in the fact that they scrutinize the show, but that every single thing is scrutinized. Now don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to tell you that healthy skepticism is great in everything. There's a difference between being a skeptic, a reviewer, an analyst, and just being an asshole. Things like Dutch Dawn, yeah, they were pretty bad. But when you start personally attacking them because you simply don't like the content they create, well, now you're just the asshole. When every other word out of your mouth is something that's to degrade another content creator, are you really that good of a person? Are you really as nice as you think you are? If your fans knew what you say in these private chat groups, would they really be your fans anymore? I've had the privilege to talk to a lot of these analysts, a lot of these reviewers, a lot of these just general pony creators. And this is just my personal experience, but it seems like the majority of the analysts are just unpleasant people. And you see it in their view counts now. They're starting to decline. Even with the launch of this new season, a majority of them are gone. Or at least simply not getting as many views. Of course, yes, the finale, or premiere rather, are going to get them some views. But what about next week? And the week after that? And the week after that? In fact, what is their end game? How long do they think they can ride out MLP? What about 3 years from now? What are they going to do then? A lot of these people have dedicated their time and fun into just destroying this content. So what are they going to do when MLP is gone? What other niche group are they just going to infiltrate and obliterate? A lot of these animators, musicians, YouTube poo people, well, they can safely move on to just about any other series. Especially the animators. But these analysts, these reviewers, reviewing is saturated. And that's not to say that they can't go on, but we see it with Digibro. His best videos were pony based. And I'm not saying his best videos as in subjectively. I'm saying his best videos as view count wise. So are reviewers dead? Are analysts dead? And the fandom? No. They're still kicking for now. But if we had something like Drama Alert for the Brony fandom, I think a lot less of you would be idolizing these guys. And eventually, we'll probably tire of them. How often can you listen to someone say that your content that you enjoy is shit before you start to get annoyed at them? Oh well, that's just my thought. Just kind of rambling on. As always, I've been Faith and more Luminous. See you guys in whatever I make next.
Hey there, Pony Nation. You just watched another great video from Mo Luminous. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And stay sexy, my little ponies.